John Locke, Imperialism. John Locke, from 1632 to 1704, was an early member of the Royal Society and a close friend of Isaac Newton. He was an intellectual philosopher who studied and wrote works concerning philosophical, scientific, and political ideas all his life. In an essay concerning human understanding in 1690, Locke described the basis of his philosophy, an empiricist conception of knowledge as a product of sensory perception and experience, rejecting the doctrine of innate common ideas promoted by Descartes from 1596 to 1650. Locke argued that the only knowledge man can have is based on his individual experience and is thus a posterior one. He used a famous metaphor to illustrate his idea of the human mind at birth, saying it was a tabula rasa, a blank slate, on which morals, values, and beliefs are defined by the environment and experience and are not inherited. He maintained that idea about the world come from the senses, impressions, and experiences, although sensation alone does not necessarily establish knowledge. Locke's conclusion was that knowledge is almost always a result of the sense of perception combined with intuition. Locke's political philosophy. In order to avoid public discussion, Locke chose to publish his political writings, the two treaties of the government, in 1690 anonymously. Here Locke claimed that all people have the innate right, such as right to life, liberty, and property, which are by their nature independent of the law of any particular society. According to Locke, all men are free and equal, and the government is the result of a social contract where people transfer some of their rights to the government in return for the guarantee of a more stable, comfortable enjoyment of their life, liberty, and property. Following his logic, political governments exist by the consent of the people in order to protect their rights and to promote the public good. Therefore, governments which failed in their duty can legitimately be opposed and replaced. Because of this logic, Locke could be seen as a defender of the rights of revolution. Locke's theory put into practice. Locke died in 1704, but his two theories remained a powerful political doctrine. His ideas were seen as a new kind of Magna Carta, especially in the United States, where conflict with the British Parliament in the 1770s gave his thinking an importance it had lost in England. This is why Locke is often seen as the inspiration force of the American Declaration of Independence.